The people rest their case, Your Honor.
Very well. And Mr. Vance?
Motion to dismiss the charges against my client. The people have failed to adequately meet the burden of proof. The state must prove the critical facts of the case to the appropriate level of certainty. They have not done so.
I don't know. I heard some pretty good juice, Mr. Vance. I'm denying your motion. Call your witnesses.
We call Allison Conway to the stand.
Yeah, why didn't we call her?
Miss Conway, can you describe your relationship with the defendant?
Yes, Giles, Mr. Bedford is the grandfather to my child. His son Harrison and I were involved in high school. And now, of course, he is the CEO of the corporation I work for.
How many years have you known him?
Since 1998.
In that time, have you ever seen him act violent or unpredictable? Miss Conway?
No. No, I never have.
Many people have said Mr. Bedford disapproved of your relationship, thought you were from the wrong side of the tracks. But this is rumor that's been blown out of proportion, correct?
Leading.
Objection, Your Honor. The defense is leading Miss Conway through her testimony.
Sustained.
Can you describe how Mr. Bedford acted towards you and the baby after the murder?
He was nice. The whole family welcomed me and my son. He paid for my medical bills, and schooling. He paid for everything. He got me this job, told me I should work for him.
Miss Conway, is something wrong?
No.
Sounds
I'm
like
fine.
he's trying to
So
replace you
think
with his
Mr.
son.
Bedford felt kindly toward you. Maybe
his son
even
with
like
you.
the daughter he never had.
What was that? So you think Mr. Bedford felt kindly towards you, maybe even like the daughter he never had?
Objection, Your Honor.
Speculation?
Speculation. Miss Conway can't read Mr. Bedford's mind.
Sustained.
And in your opinion, did Mr. Bedford treat you like someone he was ashamed of or did not like?
No. No, quite the opposite. More like he owed me something.
No further questions.
Oh.
Thank you, Miss Conway.
Miss Carmichael, your witness.
Miss Conway has given multiple depositions regarding the facts of this case, and we have no further need to question her.
They are on my side. Alright. Would not expect anything different.
Dr. Markovich, how long have you been treating Giles Bedford?
I've been the family doctor for over 13 years.
And in that time, did you treat him with Banaxylene?
Yes, I did. Mr. Bedford works in a very high-stress financial situation, and he wanted medication that would help him relax and be more effective.
Did you ever observe any side effects?
No, I did not, nor did he report any.
Have any of your patients, or any patients you've heard of, ever reported side effects while on Banaxylene?
Have any of your patients or any patients you've heard of ever reported side effects while on Banaxylene? Yes?
Objection.
Badgering, relevance, speculation. It's not badgering, not relevance, speculation. Withdrawn.
Withdrawn.
In the 13 years you have treated Mr. Bedford, have you ever seen him display aggressive or violent tendencies to anyone in his immediate family on medication or off it?
No, sir. No, I have not.
Okay then. Moving on.
Good afternoon, Doctor. I just have a few questions for you today. A few things to clear up.
Side effects, monitoring.
Read this disclaimer, please. It's the drug warning for Banaxylene.
This drug may make you dizzy or drowsy or cause blurred vision. Avoid alcoholic beverages. Older adults may be more sensitive to the side effects of this drug, especially loss of coordination and drowsiness. Banaxylene may cause symptoms including mental mood changes, sleep disturbance, increase in aggression, feelings of paranoia, or hallucinations.
Increase in aggression. You know that when you were treating Mr. Bedford?
I never knew Banaxylene had any side effects until I was called to testify for this trial.
That is a lie. You're a dirty liar. He told detectives during a deposition after Giles was arrested. He warned Giles about the side effects. He told detectives they had nasty side effects. Nasty.
You told detectives that you knew Banaxoline had, quote, some nasty side effects.
I did? Well, if they say so.
Monitoring.
How often did you check in on Giles Bedford?
Every 180 days.
Yes.
So how can you say that you did or did not see any side effects? That's a half year of not seeing your patient. Anything could happen in that time. One final thing, Doctor. When detectives originally talked to you in Mr. Bedford's hospital room, you told them something very interesting.
I did?
Oh, yes. Do you remember what it was?
No.
I'll remind you. You told them when, exactly, Mr. Bedford discovered Allison Conway was pregnant. When you told him secretly.
Oh.
Remember when you said that was?
Oh,
Relative to
right.
the
I
date
did
of
say
the murder?
that. I feel like a
Sometime
horrible person.
after.
Remember when you said that, but relative to the date of the murder? No. He has lots of memories. He didn't tell Giles. He told Allison! Dun dun dun! It was the day of the murder! Ba-ba-bum! It was before! He never told Giles. I love how dramatic these are. I had to do dramatic things.
No. You told Giles Bedford that Allison was pregnant before the murder. Before. He knew about the secret pregnancy because you told him. And he was angry. You said
He looks
so
like
yourself.
he feels like a
Yes.
horrible person. I feel bad
Furious.
for him.
So furious, in fact, that he contacted Frank Vincenzo Jr. and arranged to have her shot dead. In cold blood.
Oh my God.
Objection, Your Honor.
Withdrawn. No further questions.
Yeah, you went too far there. I feel bad for that doctor. He was just like, oh shit, I done fucked up.
Allison, what are you doing here?
I want to talk.
As long as the trial is still underway, I'm afraid there's not much I can say to you.
Fine, so I'll do the talking. There's something I've tried very hard to push down, to forget, but it's coming back. Mr. Bedford always told me the baby was a surprise to him. He never, ever mentioned he knew about it beforehand. So when you said the name, it didn't click before.
What name?
Frank Vincenzo Jr. Can you show me a picture of him?
Can I see?
Thank you.
No, I can't.
Your Honor, the people call Allison Conway to the stand as a friendly witness.
Objection. What's going on here, Mike?
Both of you, approach.
Allison Conway recently had a breakthrough, and her memory is crucial to the people's case. We want to call her to testify.
I've had no warning of this.
She has additional evidence to present.
I'll move for a mistrial as soon as she leaves the stand.
And I will decide whether your motion has merit, Counselor, but not a moment before. Now, take a deep breath and listen to what your witness has to say. You introduced her. Now you get to take your lumps, Mr. Vance. Mr. Cutter, your witness.
Memory.
Miss Conway, can you tell us why you're here today?
After I was shot, my memory was spotty, but over the years, I've been able to put some pieces back together.
And you recently remembered something about the shooting.
I haven't thought about that day in years. I've tried not to. My life was perfect in some ways. There was no reason to remember. But this trial, it's all coming back.
Shooting.
Tell us about what you remember on the day of the shooting.
It was a school day. I went to Harrison's house in the afternoon, like I usually did, but he wasn't there. Mr. Bedford said he sent him on an errand and he wouldn't be back soon. Mr. Bedford knew we had a track meet coming up, so he suggested I take a run in the park while I waited. He would have his driver take me over there. I felt uncomfortable in the house, so I said fine and got changed.
Sorry about the frames.
As I was about to leave, Harrison came back early. He asked where I was going, and when I told him, he said he wanted to come with me. He was scared about the pregnancy, but protective too. Proud even. So it was just the two of us out for a run. Harrison didn't even bother changing. I remember he had this funny Argyle sweater on.
Sure. Because I know exactly what happened in that case. How could we know? The two were known as the Preppy Joggers. Oh, I thought they were talking about the shirt. I was like, what? What? How the hell would I know?
Anyway, we got in the car and Harrison noticed right away. The driver, he was new. Harrison asked him his name and he told us. I remember it because it was a funny coincidence. He had the same name as Harrison's brother, Frank. When Detective Curtis showed me the picture of Frank Vincenzo Jr., I knew what you had done. It wasn't enough you wanted the tramp from the wrong side of the tracks out of your son's life. You wanted me dead, and your unborn grandchild.
No. No.
Frank wasn't a driver. He was a hitman, hired to kill me. And he followed us into the park, but then Harrison fought back, protected me. And he ended up paying the ultimate price for your anger. When you realized what you had done, to assuage your dirty, rotten conscience, you took me in, paid my bills, bought my love and loyalty. You bastard!
Miss Conway.
Well, the truth is out, Giles. And now the whole world will know what you are. What you always were. Murderer.
I guess he did
Thank
do
you,
it.
Alice.
I was wrong.
No further
but
questions.
Still feel bad for him in a way. Whenever people look sad, I have to say, I feel bad for them.
How long has the jury been out?
6 hours.
What do you think they'll come back with?
Lots of circumstantial evidence. Defense knocked us around pretty good.
Jerry likes us.
Sure. But remember, all it takes is one.
One person to undo a decade of police work.
Lenny would be proud, Ray. I hope you know that.
Thanks, LT. Showtime.
Have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
And how do you find?
On the count of murder in the first degree, we find the defendant, Giles Bedford, guilty.
And on the count of attempted
Unfortunate.
murder?
Guilty.
We thank you for your service. Defendant is remanded into custody until sentencing.
Well, Vance has already filed his appeal.
Of course. We saw that coming a mile away.
Doesn't matter. You won today, and that's what's important.
And tomorrow, do it all over again.
That's how it worked when I was ADA. But tonight, we celebrate. Dinner's on me.
Oh, it's still going on.
Hey, Lenny. How you doing? Look, I came out here. I just wanted to tell you. We got him. After all these years, we got him. It was nice having one last chance to work with you on a case. Funny. It really doesn't seem like that long ago. But you blink your eyes and everything's different. People disappear, faces change. But, well, at least the city is still the same. Anyways, thanks. Couldn't have done it without you, old man.
I thought that was very sweet. Well, guys, this was the last episode of Law & Order Legacies. It was called Resolution, for obvious reasons, because we put the Preppy Joggers case to rest. I had no idea it was the father through all the previous cases, but yet again, how would we know that kind of stuff? I liked it. Really did. Kind of find it unfortunate that he accidentally had his own son killed, but like, why on earth would you go that far? Like, really? That is insane. Whatever. Overall, I really enjoyed this game. If you like Law & Order games, I recommend it. Because I really think that it does a good job of mimicking the show, except obviously for like voices and stuff, which kind of bothered me. But I think it did a good job. I wish there would have been more like search scenes, but yet again, there's not even much of that in the show itself. The show itself is just mainly interviews in court, so I can understand. It's just, that was my favorite part. Court was horrible for me. But I did good as a detective. But, I don't know what else to say. I enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this series and the game, and you feel like playing it yourself, I recommend it. I got it for like $10. Now it's like $20, but hey, it was still a good game no matter what. And I guess that's all I have to say. So I will see you in the next series of whatever I decide to post. But until then, guys, bye-bye!